I wanted to do a quick update video to bring everybody up to speed on our True Scriptures project. We are reaching a very exciting stage where we go into the true hardcore promotions of the True Scriptures. You see, we decided to do the Bariyt Hadash first. Even though we started with the Tanakh, which is the Old Testament, we said we're going to jump to the battleground, which is the Bariyt Hadash, sign name, which you might know it as the New Testament. And it's been amazing over the past 6 months that we've been working this project to get the Bariyt Hadash out to the world. Now, I'm the primary translator. I've got over 30 years of experience in scholarship. I've been following YAHUAH now for over 17 years. And I'm very, very astute when it comes to Abari, that's Hebrew, Aramaic, that is Aramaic, and Uni, that's Greek, even Latin. So I'm very astute. I spent 6 to 10 hours a day for over 3 years studying the origins of languages, how they work, all the ancient languages, to be able to get to the point where I felt comfortable enough in accepting the calling. You see, YAHUAH says that many are called, but few what? Most people will go ahead and answer are chosen, and that's an incorrect translation. Many are called, but few choose it. You got to choose it. Like there's no lottery here. There's no favorites here with YAHUAH. He's no respecter of persons. He doesn't play favorites. You have to choose him. He's calling you. He's calling me right now. So when I chose the project, you know what? That was one of the most important days of my life, and I had no idea where this would take me personally. I had no idea where it would take to promote the Truth platform. But I tell you what, the response has been massive. You know, when we started out with the project, you know, we just are doing raw, organic information, truth information to the general public. We've been running this YouTube channel going over 4 years. It took us 3 years to get to around 13,000 subscribers. Now we're approaching 90,000 subscribers in the past 6 months. Why? In the end times, knowledge shall increase, and I will draw all people unto me. And that means to give them a choice. Many are called. You got to know that you're called. So I just want to do a quick update to let you know where we're at. So I did all the translation with some support of my incredible team here on the Promote the Truth team and staff. And I went from Matthew, that's Matatiyahu, all the way to Hazum, that's Revelation. All that's translated. What I've been doing now the past week is I've been reviewing what was translated. That has been amazing in and of itself. Why? Because when you do the reviews, you're meticulously working through those words that you translate. You will find from time to time very important issues that you can pull out that takes the translation to a whole new level. And we've done live streams on that. I encourage you to go to our tab on our YouTube channel and click the live stream and go back over the last 6 months. Now, watch the lives from the last 6 months, and that will put you in position to be in what I estimate the top less than 1% of scriptural understanding in the world. Like, don't underestimate yourself here. Like, you are way more powerful than you think. Satan has dumbed everybody down. He's tricked everybody, almost everybody on the planet. It says in Revelation, Hazum 12:9, that he deceives the entire world. That includes everybody. You can't have somebody be missing an entire. Entire means complete. Everybody's been fooled. So we got to look at this and we have to get humble and admit that this has happened now. So we've done that translation. And the reason we did it is to bring people out of deception. Because all the arguments primarily come out of the Bariyt Hadash. Now, we're going to prove some things from the Tanakh that's going to blow people out of the water. But man, When you got 400,000 errors, I was going to say 400,000 hours. You know what? No. 400,000 errors in the Greek translated New Testament, which is nonsense. Like, this is just common sense to think. What language did the Savior speak in? It's common sense. This is not even difficult. What language does the Savior speak in? I'm going to ask you one more time. What language did the Savior speak in? Well, he happened to speak in two languages. He spoke in Aramaic, that's Aramaic, because that was the language of the land since they had got taken into captivity in Babylon. And then he also spoke a Bariyt, that's Hebrew, which is the ancient language, right? So when he would go into the Ahikal, which you know is the temple, every Shabbat and in between at times, he would be primarily dealing with a Bariyt, Hebrew. But when he was out in the streets doing commerce and everyday life, they primarily spoke Aramaic, which is Aramaic. Now, we don't have any record. And no historian has ever said or recorded or anybody ever mentioned that the Savior, when he walked on this earth, was known as Yahusha. Nobody has a record of him speaking or talking or dealing with the Greek or his emissaries, sign name apostles. Nobody has any record of them. Yet, the seminary schools, the quote scholars, the theologians want us to believe that the New Testament was originally written in Greek. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Because why would the Greek need to be translated into Greek if it was originally written in the Greek? Stop and think what I just said, because that might go over your head. If the Bariyt Hadash New Testament needed to be translated into Greek, why would it originally be written in the Greek? It doesn't make sense, because it was not originally written in Greek. And we've proven that beyond a shadow of a doubt. And we've got some recent videos that we posted on our live streams that just knocks that out of the park. So that's not even a debate anymore. People can get upset, they can get angry. And we've not had anybody come to us and go, hey, here's some factual documented information that this is in Greek and you guys are wrong. Nobody. What people do is they thrash out, they get upset, they get angry, they go, no documentation. But the problem with that is that documentation beats conversation every time. There's no time the documentation does not beat conversation. So you got an opportunity to do something here. You got an opportunity to get to the next level with us. So I've already done the translation. Now I'm in the review. Now I'm already through all the books and I'm narrowed down to, right now, as I'm speaking to you, I'm about halfway done with Luca, that's Luke, and all that I will have remaining will be YAHUAH, Matthew, and then the book of Mahashim, which is Acts. That's all I'm gonna have left. So I got about 2.5 books to finish. Then the final review is done. Now, when the final review is done, we get the typesetting taken care of. Now, what's awesome about what's happening now is that from Romans to Revelation, the real name for Romans, right, is Rumain, and the real name for Revelation is Hazum. Those books have already been sent. We got multiple reviewers. So I review. After I got through reviewing, I send it to some highly skilled educator reviewers. They review. They send me back type edits, punctuation, words. You know, it's just almost impossible to get everything flowed out. So you got to do the review of the review. So that's being done now. So then in the next day or two, we're going to send over YAHUAH all the way through Acts. So that's Matthew through Acts for the reviewers, the second stage reviewers to be able to do the review. And once they're done, I should say, once they're done, it then goes to the typesetters. Now we've already structured out how we want the internal side of the book or the insides of the book to look. So that's done. The design is done. So then you send it over to the professionals to do the professional typesetting. That takes about a week or so to do that. Once they do that typesetting and they got that all dialed in, we will do one final review, take us about 2 or 3 days, and then it's off to the printers. Once it's off to the printers will probably take somewhere around, call it 10 to 20 days to have production done. It's a big process, production, when you're dealing with a project this big. And then after that, this is shipments. And so everybody that's part of the tsnt.org movement, so if you want to be able to participate and be involved while it's still open, you can go to tsnt.org. You can contribute. Anybody that's a package holder, bronze package member, I should say, or higher, that gets the bronze package or higher, their names are going on a special t-shirt and they're going down in history. And they're going to get the first copies of the supply of these books that's going to go out to the world. Now, these books that we send out to the package members, no one else will ever get access to these books. We will never sell these books. You won't see these special edition books ever be sold. These are books that are people that supported, that were the first to believe that Yahuwah is calling this to be. He's calling this to be, and it's the most important project since Yahusha came to the world. He lived, he died and resurrected and went back on high and is now the Mashiyha. That's Yahuwah the Mashiyha, which Yahuwah always was. As he said in Yeshai, Yahu, that's Isaiah 43:11. He says, besides me, there's no other Savior. He actually came down to the earth and paid the ultimate price. And now he's back on high. So I just want to kind of give y'all a little update because I've been going all day. But I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do a little video here. Give everybody a little update, give them some insight, give them some sound reasoning to the importance of the project, the philosophy behind the project. We're just smashing all this Greek nonsense, and we're getting the real word of Yahuwah into the world. And let me tell you what's going to happen. It's a fact. Power from on high is going to happen. Now, I don't know who all is going to access that power because you got to call on his name. And then you got to accept that he is the word and his word has to be true. Since he is the word, you can't read something that's a fake and get the full power out of it. Somebody can hand you $100 bill, but if that's a fake bill and it's found out to be fake, it doesn't have any value. And that's what's happened. See, they've been passing out fake bills in organized religion and Christianity and whatnot. Well, now it's getting examined, it's getting put up to a light, and professionals who understand and who are immersed into the spirit of Yahuwah, we're examining those bills and going, these are counterfeits. And we're proving it. We're bringing the receipts. We're bringing the documentation, and nobody's been able to challenge it because they can't. How are you going to challenge a counterfeit? How are you going to come up and say, I'm going to prove a counterfeit is real once it is identified to be a counterfeit? Can't, because it is what it is. And that's why we promote the what? The truth, not the counterfeit. We promote the truth. So thank y'all. Thank all of y'all who participated thus far. And anybody brand new that's listening to my message that feels called by Yahuwah, because he said, my sheep will hear my voice and they will follow me. Where I go, they will be there also. YAHUAH Mashiyha is here. That's a fact. And his power is here and available. And many of you need some breakthroughs in your life. You need the power of Yahuwah to tear down some strongholds. Many of you need healing. You need the real stuff to happen to you, come into your life, and not this hoping and wishing. Yahuwah is more than just a hope and a wish. He is the real deal. And that's what you're going to find in the true scripture. So, hey, thank y'all for doing what you've done thus far. We're going to continue to work. I want to give you an update and insight and philosophy as to why we do what we do. But the bottom line is that we are what makes the difference. And I'll leave you with this. Yahusha, when he was here, before he went back on high as YAHUAH Mashiyha, he said, listen, I'm going to leave you a new command. You must love one another as I have loved you. And I asked my wife, what do you think he meant by that? I know, but what do you think? And she looked back at me and she said, the way he gave himself, the way he poured into his followers, that's how we got to give and pour into the people that call on his name. The world's going to know him by the way we love one another. Not everybody's going to get this. As a matter of fact, it's going to be a remnant that get what we're talking about here. And so if you're part of that remnant, welcome to the family of YAHUAH. This is an eternal family. And this will be written in the eternal books of life. Everyone that supported, everyone that participated, everyone that believed in this project of the truth of YAHUAH and the true scriptures, gonna be blessed. So we appreciate you. I love you and continue to promote the truth. And I can't wait for these to get into the world. We're going to turn the world upside down. I love all of you. Bye-bye.